C has 32 keywords that define its syntax and structure. These keywords have a reserved meaning in the C language and cannot be used as identifiers for variables, functions, or other program elements. Auto, used to declare variables that have automatic storage duration, meaning they are created when the function enters, in which they are declared and destroyed when the function exits. Break, used to exit from a loop or switch statement prematurely. Case, used to define a case within a switch statement. Char, used to declare variables that can store individual characters. Const, used to declare variables that cannot be changed after they are initialized. Continue, used to skip to the next iteration of a loop. Default, used as the default case in a switch statement. Do, used to create a do-while loop, which executes the loop body at least once before checking the condition. Double, used to declare variables that can store double precision floating point numbers. Else, used to specify alternative code to execute if the condition in an if statement is false. Enum, used to define a new user-defined data type that represents a set of named constants. Extern, used to declare variables that are defined outside of the current file. Float, used to declare variables that can store single precision floating point numbers. For, used to create a for loop, which executes a block of code repeatedly until a specified condition is met. Goto, used to jump unconditionally to a specific label within the program. If, used to create an if statement, which executes a block of code if a specified condition is true. Inline, used to define inline functions, which are small functions that are expanded directly into the code where they are called. Int, used to declare variables that can store integer numbers. Long, used to declare variables that can store long integer numbers. Register, used to declare variables that are stored in a specific register in the CPU, which can improve performance for frequently used variables. Return, used to exit from a function and optionally return a value. Short, used to declare variables that can store short integer numbers. Signed, used to declare variables that can store signed integer numbers. Sizeof, used to get the size of a data type or variable in bytes. Static, used to declare variables that have static storage duration, meaning they are created when the program starts and destroyed when the program ends. Struct, used to define a new user-defined data type that represents a collection of related data items. Switch, used to create a switch statement, which selects a block of code to execute based on the value of a variable. Typedef, used to define a new type name for an existing data type. Union, used to define a new user-defined data type that represents a set of overlapping data items. Unsigned, used to declare variables that can store unsigned integer numbers. Void, used to declare functions that do not return a value. Volatile, used to declare variables that can be changed by external factors, such as hardware or another thread. While, used to create a while loop, which executes a block of code repeatedly as long as a specified condition is true. Thank you. Please subscribe and comment below.